It's a good morning. I gotta move this mic around. It's a good morning. I shouldn't be singing though, because you don't want to hear that sound. That's a fact. All right, check it out. Quotes. Open up my morning five planner. Woke up 3:20 a.m. What time did you get up today? Drop it in the comments. I'm just curious. What time did you get up? This mic's got a mind of its own today. It's like keeps climbing up at me. All right, 8. Woke up at 3:20 a.m. Drop it in the comments what time you woke up. Woke up 3:20 a.m. Grabbed my morning 5 planner. 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life, right? 5 simple steps. No snooze, no phone. Write down your gratitude and goals. Take care of the physical. Send out an encouraging message. That's it. So I open it up. What's cool about the Morning 5 Planner is at the top of every page, there's a quote submitted by actual members of the community. And so today's quote was submitted by an incredible member of our community, Kyle. I can never say his last name right. Kyle Chiappone. Somewhere right around there. Sorry about that, Kyle. But Kyle, him and his beautiful bride, they have the coolest name for an automotive dealership. Their automotive dealership is called Redemption Auto Sales, where great deals happen to good people. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Kyle's quote in the planner, it says this: there's so many ways to make money legally that I can't understand why people still risk their lives to make money illegally. And I'm like, yeah, Kyle, I totally dig that. But I'm on both sides of that. My hair is jacked today. I'm on both sides of that. And here's what I mean. I agree. So many ways to make money legally. That part I agree with. Second part, can't understand why people risk their lives to make money illegally. A lot of people don't know, man. Like, dead serious, not making excuses. I'm just saying, in my experience, there was no education. There was a lot of conversation about how we don't talk about money to our kids. I remember that. I remember asking questions about money and being told, we don't do that. You don't ask people how much money they make. You don't ask people how much money they paid for their house or they paid for their car. Like, it was taboo to talk about money. And when it's taboo to talk about money, what you end up with is a whole bunch of people that have no idea how to make money. So then you got to go out and kind of do your own thing, which is what I did. I went out and I did things legally and illegally as I was trying to figure out the path. So I agree. So many ways to make money legally. And with that said, Kyle, I do understand why sometimes people choose a different path and risk their lives. And I think that that's something you and I can take responsibility for and make sure to educate more people on all the different positive ways that they can make a financial impact in their lives versus just assuming that people are going to always want to do the right thing. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, aka CMA Day. That's right. That's Carter Meyer's Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in the world. CMA, 23 dealerships in Virginia, over 1,200 associates that work for the organization. And I get the honor the honor and the privilege of working with them every single Wednesday morning. So we call Wednesdays CMA Day around here. Today is also August 2nd, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Hey, I need you all to do me a favor this morning, right over there on Facebook. Tag a friend. Tell them to come join us. Clubhouse. We need to share this out into the Clubhouse streets. Let's go ahead and get that going right away. First thing this morning. Let's go ahead and make that happen. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Hey, we are in a series called I Want to Dance with Somebody. And this is a series where we are exploring making real human connections through the universal language of dance. Crazy, right? But listen, if you really look at it, for 9,000 years, the earliest drawings of people dancing, 9,000 years. For 9,000 years, people from Greece to China to India. I think Ramon goes to India sometimes, doesn't he? We have to check on that. To Italy and everywhere in between. People have used dance not just to express themselves, but in religious ceremonies, in storytelling, in different rituals, and more areas that we could even possibly list here on hashtag Rise and Grind. What's up, Kentucky Dom? Like, so many different cultural dances for so many different reasons over all the years. It's really incredible when you start to examine it, when you start to look at it from a little different perspective on how it has the ability to unite people. It's spectacular. Like the lion dance. You ever seen the lion dance? The lion dance is incredibly popular in China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan. It's this really athletic dance. They actually have huge competitions around this dance. It's neat stuff. Like, take a look at this. It's wild. And if you continue to watch any of those, if you look up any of those line dances on YouTube, I mean, they do all these athletic, like, tricks, landing on these platforms. It's crazy, right? Like, in a good way. It's crazy what they're able to do, right? Or then there's the waltz. The waltz is known as the most popular dance in the world. And there's all kinds of crazy history around the waltz as well. If you haven't actually ever seen a full-on waltz, let me give you an idea of what that looks like. So it's beautiful, right? It's a beautiful dance. It's done all around the world at major events and so on and so forth. There's all kinds of competitions and stuff around the waltz, but it does something really powerful, right? Whether they're good times or bad times, dancing has the ability to bring people together. Like, these dances have consistently brought people together for 9,000 years. The best of times, the worst of times. So dance truly is like a universal language. And that's what we're exploring this week. And we're going to continue to do that here in a minute. Before we do, though, we got to do some dancing ourselves right here on this show. Oh, hold on. Gotta make that bigger. And I can't have that better. There we go. We got to do some dancing ourselves right here on the show, okay? There we go. So I want to give you some good, something good to look at other than just my face. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. Does that sound fair? For those of you that are on Clubhouse, you got to click the link at the top of the screen. We've got some of our more seasoned members of society doing some pretty incredible dances right now on the screen. You got to check that out. Good morning, Khalil. Great to see you this morning, Khalil Toonsey. What's up, Renee Hayes? How you doing, James Rideout? Ryan Gallagher's in the building. Young Johnson, Valerie Oakley. I'm glad you're here as well. Kim Fair's here. Leisha Moore is here. Don Sankey. My guy, John Allen, is in the building. That'll be John Allen. John Allen, 45 years from now, that'll be him right there doing the robot. There's no doubt in my mind. Mary Kim Farkas, I see you in the building. Russell Hill is up in here as well. Great to see you. I see Vicki Everett and Angie Lane and Catherine Guidi are in the building. Michael Barrick is in the building. Kentucky Dom and Natasha Smith. Sean Weatherby is up in here this morning. Marilyn Wilkins doing some dancing over there on Clubhouse. There we go. I see Dr. Jeannie's up in here. Scott Simons, Aday is in the building. Dora Maria, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? TM Hyman. Justin's in the building. Ramon's in the building. Jackie's in the building. We've got Maria and Natasha and Kim and Linnell. Peter, good morning. Tori, good morning. Pepper, good morning. Tosh, good morning. Bella, in the business, good morning. Great to see you as well. You love to do the jerk dance. I feel you. Hey, thanks so much for choosing to join me here today on hashtag Rise and Grind. I have exciting news to share with you as we continue to move forward with this show. What's up, Frank? Frank Pepper. Did you have a hard time finding us, Frank? It happens. We have done a lot of episodes of this show, and we're going to continue building out this show, and we always want to make it better and better delivery. We want to take it to a world-class level. What's up, Melissa Hanna? We want to take it to a world-class level, and so we've brought in a co-host. Her name is Heather Parody. She's amazing. She's been doing a lot of segments for the show, and she's going to be a full-on co-host of the show starting on September 4th. Now, we are going to be moving to a new Facebook page. If you look up Rise and Grind Live on Facebook, Rise and Grind Live, that is our new Facebook page. This is where we will be live streaming the show starting on September 4th. All right, so the show will still be live. It'll still be me. It'll still be in this studio. We'll still come together. All of those things that won't change. The only things that change Heather will be more involved with the daily shows, the segments, so on and so forth, which I'm excited about. We'll have more celebrity interviews, consistent celebrity interviews, at least one every single week, which is amazing. You're not going to want to miss any of this. And we're going to be continually updating and staying in contact with you through this page right here, Rise and Grind Live. Now, we're also going to have an Instagram channel, which will be at Rise and Grind Live. We're going to have a TikTok channel, which will be at Rise and Grind Live. And we've got a website, which will be riseandgrindlive.com. So all of those things around Rise and Grind to be able to continue to serve better and continue to reach more as we build out the #1 morning show in the world. Now, speaking of Heather Parody, she's got a little something she wants to share with you today. Check this out.
Oh, wanna dance with somebody. Wanna feel it. Look at the lyrics. The heat with somebody. Yeah, wanna dance with somebody. There's somebody who loves me. Remix. You. Anybody feeling me? Anybody? Okay, now this. Sorry, man. I love music. You love music? Except country music. Don't even get me strong. Country music. This theme this week is so good. Dance with somebody. Dance with somebody. No matter how different they are, no matter their worldview, how diverse of an experience that they might have from you, what a gift it is to embrace this beautiful, colorful, crazy world that God has created for us to experience. What a beautiful thing to embrace instead of run away from and hide. You know what's different? I've grown up in America, I've traveled, but my impulse and my beat is the American lifestyle, which is very go. Let's go. And I love it. I love it. Anytime I ever travel, though, I experience something a little bit different, something a little more, usually, relaxed, kind of vibing. I went to Paris last year, and their lunches are so long. I was like, when's the lunch over? Because everybody's just like looking off and chilling. I'm like, other cultures teach us a little bit about slowing down and being with people. My husband showed me this thing that's going on in Denmark right now. They've created slow lines. Does that make you nervous? Slow lines in grocery stores, where if you are elderly or you need a little extra socialization, you can go through a slow line and actually spend time talking to the cashier. This video clip's actually from Canada. Canada's doing it too. But I wanted to show you something a little bit different in our rushy another way of doing things.
Hello, my dear.
It's pretty obvious. Jason Rutledge likes to chat.
And what are you up to this evening?
The Sobeys cashier's infectious energy often draws a crowd.
When you ask, why do they come to me? I have no idea. But I do know, like, for me, I come here for them.
So the Edmonton grocery store started a social slow lane where people can take as long as they want.
It was fine. I can turn any lane into a slow lane.
Because I'm retired now, so I have nothing but time.
In a world of express lanes and self-checkouts, this lane is a reminder it's okay to slow down and have a chat.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Hello, Jason.
It's great to see you again.
The pandemic created the need. The store had the right people for the job.
COVID's kind of isolated us, or it's sort of divided us. They were there for social interaction. They were there for, really to get their soul's worth, get a little bit of love from Jason, I guess.
Encounters can range from mere seconds to many minutes.
That's the thing.
And can vary from sports to work to the deeply personal.
Because you never know. Like, every day is something new and exciting, and it's crazy. I love it.
And that little bit of love can go a long way.
In general, if I have some time, I really would. I really like this kind of contact.
Before I came in here, it was like, blah. And now he makes you laugh. And it makes you feel better.
For Rutledge, the check out is all about checking in on others.
I look at the time that I have with these people as our conversations especially are very sacred to me.
conversations that are good for the soul.
You have a great day, brother.
Slow lines. Thank you, Denmark. Thank you, Canada, for being a little different. I want to dance with you.
Slow lines. Tell me how you feel about the slow lines right there. Heather be bringing us all kinds of crazy stuff over here on this show. I want to see it in the comments because we're all the rising grinders. We're the like, let's go, let's get it, get after it. Come on, make it happen. All of those things. I want to know how you feel about that. I get nervous just thinking about a slow line. I get nervous waiting for the gate to take 10 seconds to swing open to get out of the driveway sometimes. Where you guys on the slow lanes? Let's see. West Storm says, love the slow lane checkout. I hate self-checkout. No human interaction. Tara Hope says, I love it. Sean Weatherby says he loves the slow lines. Different strokes for different folks, says Nathaniel Banks. I love the slow lines, says Maria. Heather Parody, it's for the old people. They need friends. I feel that. There's time for everything, says Ramon. Slow line, I'd go there every time I'd shop, says Catherine Guidi. Okay, all right, okay. All right, Scott Simon says, no slow lane for this guy. I feel you, bro. I feel you. To each their own. I hate to wait in line, says Jacqueline Underwood. Vicky Everett says, nah, no slow lines for this twang. I talk with a slower draw, but I move fast. Mabel Peralta says, I just want to get what I need and get and leave. Isn't that interesting? We're all so different, right? We're all so different. And that's what I love so much about Matthew McConaughey. Like that book, I refer to it often, Green Lights. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. But he shares a story sitting at a table with two village chiefs, and they are debating whether or not a woman should be prostituting herself. One says, no, she shouldn't be doing that. The other one says, yes, she should be doing that. She's trying to take care of her kids. She needs to do money, make money however she needs to make it. Matthew McConaughey says, I agree with you. She should not be doing that. And both the chiefs get mad at him and say, bro, it's not do you agree? It's do you understand? Just seeking to understand, right? Seeking understanding. I understand how some of y'all want to hang out in the slow lane, have little chitty chats. I don't have to agree with it. My wife would love that lane. She would love it. We ain't got to agree, but I definitely understand. You see, as we've been exploring dance, talking about dance this week and just looking at humanity, right? I've really been trying to be introflective. Is that a word? Introspective. That's what I was looking for, right? And I'm like, okay, man, what is going on in the world today? What is going on with humanity today? Because I'm seeing all these different clips of different types of people, right? I'm watching clips of people dancing in Uganda. I'm watching clips of people dancing in Colombia and Bolivia and Turkey and Holland and all these different places. And you see all these different people, yet we share many of the same things, right? Our differences are so small. And as I'm looking at that, I'm like, man, one of humanity's biggest areas of opportunity is eradicating division and embracing unity. I want to say that one more time for the people in the back. One of humanity's biggest areas of opportunity. AI is a big area of opportunity. The tech world, big area of opportunity. Like there's all kinds of opportunities. Humanity's biggest area of opportunity is eradicating division and embracing unity. You know, there was a document written here in the United States a long time ago. It says, united we stand, divided we fall. Let us not split into factions, which must destroy that union upon which our existence hangs. I think these are powerful, powerful words. United we stand, divided we fall. Let us not split into factions, which must destroy that union upon which our existence hangs. You know, for me, that's really been the lesson that I've been taking as I've been doing this study through this week is like, my goodness, man. We have found so many ways to split into factions, have we not? We have found so many ways to split into factions, have we not? How about religious factions? We've got those. How about ethnic factions? We've got those. How about economic factions? We've got those. We've got plenty of ways to label ourselves as this or that. We've got medical factions, right? Oh, I can't participate in that because I'm ADD or I'm ADHD or I'm ADDDDD, whatever the thing is. And you're like, well, you're not that. And I am that. So that's my label and that's your label. You're a Democrat. I'm a Republican. You're a believer. I'm a non-believer. You're a this. You're a that. It's like, oh my gosh, man. There's got to be a trillion of these things. What an opportunity that is. Humanity's greatest opportunities to eradicate those differences, eradicate those factions. It's interesting because a lot of that comes from language, interpretation of words. Words have so much power, and sometimes when they're used incorrectly, they can take us down unique and different paths, right? And so I found it really interesting that dance preceded words. Do you know that? See, people used to share stories. They used to share their culture. They used to share their heritage. They used to share all of those things through dance because they didn't have a written language. So instead, they had to share an experience with people that would be so memorable that that person would then go on and share that with someone else. That's how they transferred their culture. I'm going to show you an example of that right now. In Hawaii, they did not have written language until the beginning of the 19th century. Prior to that, all of their stories were transferred from one generation to the next through dance.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. No words needed. No words needed. Sometimes, for a guy who talks a lot and does the show and does all the things, sometimes I'm like, man, maybe we need to do a little more of that. Less words. Instead of trying to find the right words, craft the right words, deliver the right words, instead of accidentally saying the wrong words, like if we could just slow down, not necessarily in the slow lane at the grocery store. That's for Heather and all y'all crazy people. But slow down and say, okay, how can I effectively communicate with this person, right? How can I create an experience that they'll remember, that they can take forward in their lives? How can we communicate? How can we break down the barriers of I speak this way, you speak that way, I think this way, you think that way, I believe this way, you believe that way? How do we break that down? And just respect each other enough. I think about a world with no written language. I think about its pureness. And I think about the intention. When I look at those Hawaiian dancers, I see the intention behind every move, the intention behind the way the beats flow with their bodies. It's beautiful. So what does this mean for you today? Well, here's what it means. It means you and I go on lots of journeys. Sometimes you come in here and I'm just going to get you motivated. I'm going to kick you in the pants and tell you to get out there and be the best version of yourselves that you can possibly be. And then other times you and I are going to go on journeys and we're going to educate ourselves in different areas, and we're going to take that education, we're going to go apply it in our lives. And then there's still other times where we're going to come in here in the mornings and I'm going to inspire you to think differently. Not because the way that you're thinking now is wrong, but if we can continue to expand our thoughts and effectively communicate them with others, we can make a massive impact on this planet. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. I'm going to go hang out over on Clubhouse so we can talk about this a little bit longer. Maybe. Then I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to get ready for the day. I'm going to meet with CMA, Carter Myers Automotive Group, at 9 o'clock. Can't wait. And then I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Make sure you go follow Rise and Grind Live on Facebook so you don't miss it. Rise and Grind Live. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day. See ya.
The sun will rise. Overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper. lonely, I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will